Good morning. It is 5:57 a.m. and on Monday, June 11th, 2018. I'm Christiana Ellis and I just got up. This is 5 more minutes. Whew, boy. It is too early this morning. I had a hard time getting to sleep on time last night. I was trying to get in bed, but was not falling asleep with the rapidity I'm more used to, and this is why I often stay up a little later until the point where I'm ready to just jump into bed. Part of it, I think, is just um, Mike and I finally got to record our talking about Survivor for the Ghost Island finale, which is a good thing. And it wasn't that we were running super late as much as, I don't know, I just um, after we recorded that, we got to talking about like what's our plans for the next thing. We can maybe try to do another episode of watching 100 movies finally, and making those plans and thinking about those movies. And I don't know, my brain just got spun up again when it was about time to be getting into bed. So that can happen. But in any event, oh boy, it feels really early this morning. Ugh. Mm. Today may be a weird day at work only because there's a thing that I need to do that may require being there like in the evening, but the timing has been a little bit soft in the sense that like it was originally going to be on Friday and then it got pushed to Monday, and now I'm thinking like, wait, is it actually Monday? Or were they saying that the thing that happens before my thing is Monday, which means my thing would be Tuesday? And will it be in the evening? I feel like no one has really given me the the actual here's the time that it would be. So, so I guess we'll see. But I might have a long day ahead of me either tonight or tomorrow night. Which, it's like in the scheme of things, these things happen. It's not like I'm not that worried about it. Right now, I'm less concerned with the prospect of doing a late evening on either day or even both days so much as just not knowing when. Excuse me. But it's fine. It's just ordinary sorts of things, but that's just kind of what I've got in my brain as I try to lurch my sluggish body around this morning. I went and did brisk walk yesterday, around a roughly 2.5 mile loop near my house. I need to kind of get back into exercise. I've really not had a lot of physical activity of late. I need to get back into doing something at least, and so that seems like a reasonable place to start. So this was not just a leisurely walk, but trying to keep the pace up, but also not really jogging. Um, but yeah, so I might start trying to do that a little bit more. Start looking for other opportunities to get a little bit more activity in. I was also reminded yesterday that I need to check the improv class schedule to see when the next sessions start, because I would like to get back into that. Yeah, I definitely would. I also on Twitch streamed some Civilization 6 yesterday, and it actually seemed like people had some interest in that. Had people that were watching, and there wasn't a lot of people, but all things considered, it's like some of the folks that watch my Twitch streams anyway seemed also interested in that, and people were watching and all that. So hey, that's good. I like that. Maybe I'll do that some more. I was definitely thinking I want to diversify my content on there a little bit. Just to kind of keep the regularity of things up. But it does raise the question for me of I think streaming video games sort of just casually like that. So For example, my D&D sessions, when I stream them on Twitch, I then export them over to YouTube so that I have the video archived permanently, as opposed to the temporary archive that you get for Twitch. And then I strip the audio and make the audio podcast for the D&D. And I definitely don't think it would be worthwhile to strip the audio to do a podcast version of me playing a video game. But what about archiving the YouTube? But then again, I feel like there's not really going to be a market for that in the same way. Market. I don't want to use commercial terms too inappropriately there, but is there like interest enough so that it would be worth adding that extra content to my YouTube channel, or does that start to kind of be overflow? I tend to think that streaming the games casually maybe doesn't need to go over to YouTube. But that's kind of just where I'm at right now. Anyway, I got to go ahead and finish getting ready for work, so I'll talk to you all tomorrow for 5 more minutes.